Shoop, owner of Shoop Service LLC. It's our second episode of Talking Shoop's podcast. Today with me is Rickey Howard of Core Content, the producer and editor of said videos that you will be watching.
My name is Rickey Howard. I'm the owner of Core Content. I do video creation, graphic design, website design, basically media content, primarily in York County, but also just the central Pennsylvania area. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now. It's been a great time. As you guys see, I do the podcast stuff for him and most of his social media stuff. So yeah, I hope it's gonna be a good episode. Got a lot of good talking points. So I'm excited to be here.
All right. I guess the first thing would be like, how did you even come about wanting to do audio and video and be like a creator of other people's content?
That's a weird question because ever since I was a kid, I've always been in the movies, mainly just movies, TV shows, like ever since I was a kid. It wasn't until I got into high school, I started taking a multimedia class, which is just kind of like anything media, like video, pictures, everything. I started doing that. And then we had this thing called News Crew. I don't know if that's like a newer thing in high schools. Yeah. But you just basically record like news, like a news broadcaster. And they'd put me on like basically like exactly like this.
Oh yeah. Is that like a field trip you take when you're like a little kid?
Yeah, we had it every day then. We did the thing where we did it every day in school.
Okay.
And so I took the class for it and I was like, this is pretty fun. Like I could do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like not even just, I could do both. Like I can be in front of a camera, but I like being behind the camera more.
Would you say it's like to this point it's kind of like your passion, like you're definitely passionate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, what I was going for is like marketing wasn't my first thing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Not that I don't love marketing, but it wasn't the first thing I was going for. Like it was broader. It was more broad. It was more cinematography. So like movie based things, like with like art based things, and I still do that. That's like a side hustle for me. Like I do that for fun.
Yeah.
But what got me into marketing is I went to school originally. I went to college for just business management. Mm-hmm. Then I switched it to film, just like in general film cinematographer. But then I was like, I think I'd rather do a marketing front because you can learn all these things about business marketing and like also how to run a business while also getting a degree. Yeah. While also learning how to do video, like all at the same time.
Yeah, so you're tackling multiple things at once.
Exactly. And my friend told me that it was the best way to do it. It's like the cheapest way to do it because you only have to do 2 years of school. Yeah. I ended up, doing 4, but you can do 2. And then I also started my own business halfway through school and I was like, wow, this is awesome. So it's just like, it was just kind of like all fell in place. Honestly, like I know it's like so cheesy to say that.
I mean,
I'm sure you can relate. You know
what I mean? Like how old were you when you started then?
When I started
your business,
I was 19.
19. See, I wish I started when I was 19. I started when I was 22.
Yeah.
And it was all because of money. At the end of the day, I just didn't make enough money. Yeah. So I had to find other avenues. So exactly. Kind of like the last podcast, right? I would work my 9 to 5, get off work, and when it was daylight savings time, I'd be working from 5 to 9.
Yep.
And then I would be out there either making piles and burning brush and everything till 11, 12 o'clock at night. And then, I'd go into work so sluggish. Like, they're like, you need to either quit your business or
figure out what.
Yeah, figure out what. Yeah. But, when you get a 30-cent raise after a year of work,
you're like, shit.
You're like, yeah, fuck that. I need to make money elsewhere. So
I totally relate to that because it wasn't until 2025 when because I was doing the same thing. Yeah. For the first year, I had so much money saved up from working as a manager at a place and also doing, I almost totally forgot like the most important part of this whole thing. The reason I started my business is because when I first started college, I got an internship at a marketing firm. Mm-hmm. And so I was like, this is like my dream. Like I was like, I'm doing it.
Like the Wolf of Wall Street.
And I was like, this is cool. I'm doing my own job. And I was like, this kind of sucks. Yeah. Like working for a corporation, and not that all corporations suck. Everyone there was cool. Like I'm not saying that people weren't there cool, but just like sitting there and going in and doing the same thing every day basically sucked. Yeah. And like the money was great, but it was just like, it wasn't fulfilling. So that's what led me to start my business when I was 19 because I had a job in marketing. I'm like, this isn't for me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like if you're not passionate about what you do, no matter what the money's paying, no matter what they're going to pay, exactly. I feel like you're going to burn out.
Exactly.
And you got to love what you do because like that's what's going to continue to keep you going in the first place.
It's going to push you. I mean, like if I woke up every day and I didn't like what I do, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I mean,
some people do.
I mean, yeah,
I wouldn't.
There definitely are days where I don't want to go into work, but I know that I have to.
Yeah,
it's more of a.
It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, especially once you get comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I think the drive not slowly goes away, but it dissipates a little bit.
Yeah.
Like this year was like probably my hardest year because my first year was actually my best profit year.
Oh wow.
Like I was just doing everything. Like I was doing videos, music videos, and I know it sounds great on paper that I was getting the most amount of money I've gotten, but like fulfillment wise and money wise, like it was so weird because like I would just do anything.
Mm-hmm.
I'd go to like these like studio places and be like, yo, does anyone want a music video?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it would go nowhere.
Yeah.
You know
I mean,
some people just wouldn't pay me.
Oh, I mean, I get that.
And
I cold called so many people.
Yeah.
So many people. I've cold called. I've emailed, even like last year, I literally emailed a lot of the Berkshire Hathaway people to where my email literally got like flagged
for bot.
And then I couldn't email any more people because they're like, all right, this dude's just like spamming people. So, and then I would like go in there and I'd call them, leave a voicemail, and then and it was like 50, 60 people like every day just calling somebody, like somebody somewhere is gonna be like, oh hey, I need a little bit of landscape,
exactly,
or I need some hardscaping, and then it's like,
and it did, right? It led
eventually, yes, but like
I feel like you have to start kind of like that.
I mean, yeah, you have to,
unless you have connections.
Yeah, I didn't when I started.
Exactly, and I really didn't. I had the one connection I will say I did have is my friend Shane.
Yeah.
Shane will probably listen to this. So we were friends in high school, kind of. And we got to high school, like we weren't not friends, but it wasn't like we knew a lot of people that we knew.
Yeah.
But we got out of high school and we both went similar career paths. He's a photographer guy. I'm a videographer guy. He's more artsy. I'm also more artsy, but I went to school for business, so I'm more business oriented. And so he was the one who originally got me into it.
Yeah.
And he really got me like into where I'm at because he took me to these like music studios. And I met a lot of people there, and I ended up doing music videos. Only a few, but that's what I was like, wow, this is fun. You know what I mean? Like, I could do this more. But then, obviously, like, not a lot of people pay you. So it's like, and that's like a common thing with music.
I mean, I feel like the biggest thing at that point is like, I mean, so for me, there was only like 2 instances where I almost didn't get paid, but I eventually did get paid. So like the one was, I got warned when I first started, like, be careful working with people that have horse farms. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but they're weird and stingy with money.
Horse farm. So you think they get more money?
Well, they do make a lot of money.
They just don't want to pay.
They're just stingy with their.
That's how realistic. Anyways, I mean, I'll tell you.
Yeah, but that's how a lot of people are. I mean, that's how anybody is, right?
That's like, how
the things that you want that are valuable to yourself.
They want to pay the least amount too.
Well, they'll pay more because it's like something they can wear and show off. Exactly. You can't wear your garden bed and you can't wear a patio around.
You're right. No, you're right.
So like they want it done and it looks nice and it's fantastic, but they're like, I don't want to spend that. But then they'll spend $100,000 on a car that they can only drive on the road. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why wouldn't you want to enjoy something that's going to rather like make your home more valuable or like improve that as a better asset than
it's a reflection of you.
Buy
your
house is a
reflection of you. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's something that, like, especially if you ever want to sell your house.
Yeah, unless you want to be like a drug dealer with a Bugatti and
exactly. I mean,
and his house.
I know a lot of people like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? And like, I think presentation is so important in today's age. You know what I mean? I mean, some people are too focused on it, but like, especially with business owners, like if you're doing it with business owners specifically, like presentation. I mean, that leads into the marketing side of it. Like, it's the most important thing nowadays. Like, I mean, when I go on my phone and I'm going to search up stuff, I usually don't even go to Google anymore.
Yeah.
Typically, I'll go to Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, because it's just, like, easier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's real people talking about it. Google has, like, AI stuff now, and it's, like, it's not what I really want to
Yeah, and that's the big thing, too. Like, people have been posting a lot of work on Facebook, especially, and it's all AI. Like their poster board of like contacting them is AI. And like at the end of the day, like you can clearly see that there's obviously flaws.
Do you see the one that says we buy real homes or some shit? I'm gonna put it up on the screen if I can find it.
Yeah.
It is like the worst billboard I've ever seen. It's just an AI billboard and it's like an AI man and his it looks like I don't know if it's his wife or his mom.
Yeah.
But they're like holding each other, and every season they change it.
Oh yeah.
It's like a Christmas one. Yeah, it's a Christmas one. Yeah. St. Patty's Day one. Yep. And dude, it's like, if you can pay for that billboard year round, why don't you just hire someone to make a real one?
Yeah, I just feel like at the end of the day, like AI is good in some aspects, but I think people use AI because they're afraid to show like them true selves. Like they hide behind a false advertisement of lies and corruption of their own business, I guess. It's
so easy. And like another thing is like you can get a real, like I do graphic design. Like a lot of the things half the things I do include graphic design. You know what I mean? Like including the logo stuff, including all that stuff. Like, and so like, it's so weird to see that like people will just go to AI when like you're not gaining anything from it. Cause like a lot of the time, unless you're an older person, you usually, people care about AI now. Like it's a thing to them now. It's like, like why, either you're really like, why are you doing that? Or you're like really for it. Yeah. And it's like, I'd say most people don't love it. Especially not in business-oriented sense, because it's just like, why are you doing it? Like, why? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
my customer used AI to generate pictures on this area that she wanted a patio. Okay. And it actually made sense because I literally showed her pictures of the work that we did, and the block like was relatively exactly the same as what we did, which that makes sense.
Why didn't she take pictures of it herself? Did she?
Well, she did, and then she
put
AI over top of it.
Okay. See, like that.
That makes
sense. I understand why people do that.
As like a customer standpoint, that makes sense. But as a business standpoint, using AI to generate false images so that way when you do a project and then you shit the bed because you don't know what you're doing. Exactly. Because you're false advertising, and then now you're fucked because now you're putting out a false product. Yeah. Like that's on you. So like, you know, if you want a real product and you want something that's like legit, then you can come to us. Because
you gotta, I mean, especially in the marketing world, like, it's so weird to just see like full AI companies. Like I have this spam email, like 2 or 3 spam emails always come to me. They're asking me if I want to do AI marketing. I'm like, bro, I am a marketing business. Like you're emailing my business to market my marketing business. That makes no sense. And like, it's just weird because like when you get like a business partner or like, that's like how I like to operate. Like I don't like to operate like a full-blown business a lot of time. Like I like to be one-on-one a lot. Yeah. Occasionally I'll send out people like that I work with and that, you know, I have employees and stuff. But like 98% of the time I like to talk to people I work with because it's like a human, you have human connection with people. You need to understand their business. You understand why they do it.
I mean, they say in the first 45 seconds to a minute, if you don't reach out to that person that has reached out to you, there's a good chance that you'll lose that customer. Exactly. Like people's attention span, just like
it's so
that's why they say on TikTok you can only keep a 15-second reel because that's roughly around the time.
And if you don't get the attention in 2 to 3 seconds, it's gone. They'll just scroll.
Yep. So it's like crazy.
It's crazy, dude. Like
it's insane.
I had a whole class in college. That wasn't just social media, but it was about media production, and we had like a whole lecture about how bad attention rate is now and how important it is to get those first 2-second, 3-second hooks. You know, like that's why like when I record videos for other people's products, I have to look through every single thing to find the most catchy thing, or even we'll record separate things. And I'll be like, hey, can we do this real quick? Like make this like weird little thing I had an idea for, because it gets people's attention. You know what I mean? Like spilling paints. Like, you know, I had carpenters were like, hey, I'll say spill paint on purpose. Right. You know, oh, this went wrong. Boom. Then you advertise your own stuff. You know what I mean? And
so with basing off of that, like, what is something in your business that you're doing now that you think that you are doing well, but like that you think you need to change that is going to like elevate you, or something that, you know, if you just shift a couple things here or there, that's going to like really make it easier for you to like either sell the job or just create a better base for yourself?
I would say, let me think. I think sometimes I try to accommodate too much, even still. Like even after having a high base plate, because it used to be like, I'd do whatever. You know, you talked about this on the last podcast and I was listening. Yeah. You kind of just, you would take any job.
You have to.
You know, exactly.
You have to build a base.
And like, I don't do that anymore. But when it comes to like even repeated customers, like sometimes they're like, you know what I mean? Like I'm not going to say what, but I had a customer that had this one job for me, and I went to it and we were recording it. We were done. I'm leaving. And then they bring another person in to do an interview with them. And I'm like, that's like a whole separate project. I would have brought different equipment. I would have brought different things. I would have brought different mics. And they're like, well, can we just do it real quick? Like, and I'm like, first off, that's a whole different charge. Like in general, like it's like, you get it. Like you go to something and they're like, well, just do this real quick. Like it's going to take like, and like first off, an interview is like at least 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And so like, sometimes it's hard for me to, I did say no in that moment, but like there's times where it's just like, it's so hard not to say no because you're even still scared to be like, no, because.
Well, it's your reputation, right? So like, you say no and you're doing the right thing for yourself,
but they're like, oh,
but somebody's just going to be petty and like leave you a 1-star review.
Exactly.
And that's exactly what I was talking about on the last podcast. Like, don't let some small interaction deter you from like getting more business.
Exactly.
Like,
it doesn't necessarily.
Let them throw their little tantrum. Let them bitch. Do whatever they got to do. Move on. There's millions of people in the world. Like you don't need to worry about one little fish.
I remember being so scared. Like I'm still like I'm definitely past the point of being scared to say no.
Yeah.
Like I will just say no.
It took me a while to just be like.
It wasn't until this year, honestly. Yeah. For me, like the beginning of 2026 is what I mean.
Yep. Like the end of last year to like the beginning of this year, it was really hard for me to like just want to say no and be like.
Because it's like, it's work, and like your own business and you're really focused. I mean, I'm sure other business owners, any business owners like this, when you have a job, it's your full-blown thing now.
Yeah, it's your livelihood. Like this is
like, if someone's offering you a job, you're going to get money from it. So you're like, it's not even about the money though either. It's just like, you're doing your job. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's almost like, it's like having a job that's commission in a sense, but you get all the commission essentially besides taxes. But like, you want to say yes to that.
Right.
You're accommodating a customer. And then like, when you think about it long term, this person could say, hey, I was doing this job and I asked them to do this. So that's a good thing and a bad thing though.
Right.
It's a double-edged sword because it's like they're going to give you new people, but they're also going to think you're just nothing. You could do anything for them and you give them the lowest price available,
right.
And so you have to, there's an in-between to that, what I mean? Accommodating, but to the point where it's not like, they're like your best friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, and you got to be wary of that too, helping friends and then giving deals and stuff like that. Like they also got to understand, like when I first started, I mean, people were like that all the time.
I'm sure.
But like, I also don't really, I mean, I honestly have not really worked for a lot of people that I know personally.
Yeah.
Most of the people that cheer you on are some strangers in an alleyway. Is like, that's how I always look at it. Somebody on the side of the street, not anybody that's like supposed to be in your view or right corner.
No, I can't lie. Work-wise, I definitely haven't done much for people I know, mainly because like they don't need stuff done.
Yeah.
But they definitely cheer me on. I definitely appreciate all those people.
Yeah.
Like, I will say like Shane, shout out to Shane again, but like me and him have he had a business before me, but it really blew up this year. And like both of our stuff his definitely blew up a lot. He's more on the art side, like I said, but like we blew up around the same time. We've just always been encouraging. Like, and that's a huge thing to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Networking and all that stuff's huge. Like I really didn't build the base of the business owners that I know until I just started. I mean, even now to this day, I literally just go on Facebook. I look at some of their work and I'm like, this guy looks like he does really good work. And then I message him. A guy who's going to be on the podcast, Tyler Lepel.
Yeah, well, that's how we met.
And I literally
we didn't even talk about how we met.
Well, we met from my buddy Trevor.
Yeah.
One of my best friends.
Oh my God, I actually forgot it was through Trevor.
Yeah.
Trevor Roy, right?
No, Trevor Silent.
Trevor Silent. Yeah.
Future Solutions.
I always get them confused because
Yeah, Trevor Roy works for Fire Restoration Company.
Yeah, they both used to work for Future Solutions.
Yeah, I know Trevor Roy too, yeah.
Yeah, so I used to work for Future Solutions.
Yeah, so did I.
And you used to work for Future Solutions. Yeah. When did you work there?
I worked there.
This is whole new.
2 years ago.
So I worked there.
I worked there when they just bought that address in York. Dave did.
No, that was like 4 years ago.
Okay, so then it was like I worked there like 3 years ago.
Okay, yeah, because I worked there.
Because Trevor was like his first employee.
It was, and I worked there 2021. Actually, I did their first ad.
Yeah.
So I didn't have a business at this point though.
Yeah.
So I went to them, and I know David, which is the owner of Future Solutions.
Yeah.
That actually he'd be great to have on here.
I messaged him. He did not reach out. He did not answer. He didn't read my message, but I contacted Trevor.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to operate through the proper channels to hopefully get him on here.
Yeah.
But that's up to him because he actually has his own podcast.
Yeah, he's cool. I actually have I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it yet, but I have a documentary thing coming out with him soon.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's not like fully done yet. We're still storyboarding a lot, but he went from literally right.
Yeah, I've heard his story.
So anyways, I worked there with them in the beginning, and they're actually a big push as well that made me get into marketing. Because at first I was just I was fully just like YouTube videos for them. I do YouTube like durability tests and stuff. That's crazy. That's very like niche because it's so long ago now. I was with them when they basically first opened. Like, and it was just like a tiny, it was like, they didn't even have like the main warehouse part. They had it, but they didn't use it yet.
Oh, I know. We didn't even, like when I was there.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We didn't have it. I don't even think we had the CNC.
You know, they didn't have the CNC machine.
I was a sales guy.
We probably would have seen each other at some point.
Probably.
Because I was in, well, I had so this was crazy.
A lot of people from that halfway house would come in there.
Yeah, because it was right next to Bob's. Yes. But if you remember, like you remember the layout, like you walk in where the main CNC machine is, there's like where Dave's office used to be.
Yeah.
It's not where like it is now. I don't know if you know where it is now. It's not in like that separate room place.
That whole.
There's like this little like cubby space, and I used to work underneath of like a shelf because like they had like a shelf here, and like they had a little part I could put my laptop, and it was so bad. But like,
yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Like the strides that they have made is absolutely insane.
He knows how to.
Dave's
do
a dog.
He knows how to do his stuff
for sure. I mean, and like he could talk to anybody. He could sell. He could sell a pencil to a pencil sharpener.
He knows it, man. Like
it's insane.
He took. I know. Around 3 years ago, he started doing classes again for sales.
Yeah, Trevor is like. Dave obviously did a lot.
Trevor's
like,
the top dog.
Trevor is like
when it comes to
the
like
freaking spine. Right
oh my god,
that business.
He is. He's great. I love talking to him.
He's been there from.
Dude, he was great. I remember
day one.
I don't know if he was in the ad. I really want to show. Well, I'll show you him before I leave. It was so long ago now, but I remember. I think Trevor was in it, and he did like this in it.
Yeah.
Because we did like a forklift where like a forklift went around and picked up all the stuff. It was so crazy.
I'm trying to get Trevor out of his comfort zone. Trevor is a very shy.
Get him here.
Oh yeah, he would come on here. He can talk in this setting.
Yeah.
It's more or less like
public.
If we were in a group setting, there was like 20 people, and like he's like, "Hey, Trevor, you got to go on the stage."
Yeah.
Present yourself. He would fumble hard.
You know, it'd be really cool if you could have like the two Trevors on here at the same time.
I mean, we could.
That would be cool.
That would. I don't know if we'd get a lot of actual information out there, but we would get.
But I mean, like, you're getting information. I mean, there are people that have worked at the same place. First off,
yeah. Well, at the end of the day, it all depends on what Dave says.
True. I guess that's true.
If Dave says no, then I can't have anybody. So, Dave is.
Do you think he'd say no?
I don't know.
He's a busy man.
Well, the biggest thing is he has his own podcast, and I don't know.
I mean, people with podcasts go on other podcasts, though.
Well, he's not really making videos right now, so like.
Yeah, he's not.
I don't know if
we talked a few weeks ago, and anyways, we'll move on from.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that outside.
Yeah.
But
it's all good. He's a great guy.
Dude, he's an awesome guy. I'd love to have him on.
The whole business is awesome. I mean, I'm close with mostly all those guys. They recommend me work all the time. I literally just did a tree job for them.
Are you serious?
So they can install a fence on Monday, actually. So
they actually, anyways.
But besides that, back to the like.
I don't even remember what the first starting point was for that.
The first starting point was because I was asking you what's building a base.
Okay, yeah.
But like you went on this whole tyranny of.
That was my base though.
Your base was Dave.
It was
doing
Dave.
The YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, I mean it really was. I knew him through my stepdad, and I reached out. Like it wasn't like he knew me. He didn't know who I was, but he knew my stepdad.
Oh.
And they were both in a halfway house together.
Yeah, I remember that.
He passed. You probably might have even known him.
Your dad?
No, my stepdad.
Your stepdad?
Graham Gallagher.
That sounds familiar.
You might have known him. Anyways,
probably. Oh.
They knew each other, and it was this thing. So I hit him up, and I was like, "Hey, man, I knew you knew Graham, blah 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 blah." And then it led to me getting a job there.
Yeah.
And then that pushed me to go into college for it. Essentially, I was only like 17, 18 at this point.
Yeah.
And so that's like it's weird how it wasn't like a straight. We didn't do a linear progression of what started my business, but
no, it's okay.
If you fill in the puzzle pieces there,
it's all good.
You kind of understand.
So, what like in a perfect world? For what your profit margins are and stuff like that, like what do you need to roughly make to like keep everything operating, and then like what's like a longevity, like long-term goal for you?
Oh man, what do I need to
like realistically?
What do I want to get to?
Like what would you like to get to, and then like for now, like if somebody wanted to start a business that you run, like,
okay,
what do you think some of the costs are that you would have to like put out there?
I'll start with that first. So if you want to start a social media or just media company in general, realistically, in today's age, you can almost do it whenever.
Yeah.
But if you want to do it to the extent, and I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but if you want to do the extent that I'm at now, to the point where like I have people coming to me now, and like I'm doing multiple projects at once, and all this other stuff with other people, like I have employees and stuff. It's a lot different. If you want to get to the point at that point, you have to be. I think the most important part is being consistent.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like. And this goes for not even just my company, other companies, is like staying on top of your own marketing. You know what I mean? Like ads, and that's in videos and just like pictures, and staying on top of your social media game, going to networking events.
Yeah. And what does that cost?
I mean, networking events are typically free.
Are they?
But they could be anywhere from like $20 to $100.
No, that's not bad.
You know, I mean, but it depends on what type of networking events. Like, I don't go to network events at many anymore.
Right.
But when I used to, like, I'd try to go to the ones that are lower end because I didn't have I didn't have like the credibility. Yeah. You know, like it wasn't like I wasn't saying like, yo, I'll do 20K, you know, all this stuff. Like I was doing like, I'll do like K a month. Yeah. You know, and that was enough for me. Nowadays it's more of like, you know, people hit me up and they ask for usually the best thing for me is monthly stuff, and that's still always going to be it. It's the best business model in general. Yeah. It's a subscription based thing, you know?
And if you don't mind me asking, what's like the highest ticket you've ever got?
Highest ticket I ever got? So there's two. The first one, funny enough, I didn't take. Oh. Because it was in Virginia. But it was like, I don't even remember how much it was a month. It was probably like $15K a month. Wow. And it was doing all their social media. And then it was this. I can say this. It was a Whatnot company. Okay. And they have like 256,000 followers. Sheesh. They're huge. They're awesome. They're really cool guys, and they actually still offer me the deal. But I basically would have to move there. It's like a 6-hour drive. So yeah. I'd have to.
So it's like Emporia, Virginia.
Exactly. It's in Virginia Beach. Okay. So it's like the edge of the Virginia.
Yeah, I say Emporia is like 5 hours from here.
Yeah. So I mean, biggest deal I ever had, but it'd probably be even more than that because I also would get commission from a lot of their sales. And
there you go.
So I'm like, but it's like, I was talking to Shane, back to Shane. It was just like, it felt like a cop out.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like we were saying about like being happy and enjoying what you're doing, like money's great, but peace of mind is better.
It's just like, I'd have to move from everyone. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I'm primarily local, like I'm York based, but I'm like everywhere.
And you got to think, like, imagine if that didn't pan out. Now all the clientele that you had here is non-existent.
Exactly, and
so all that time you could have been building here is
realistically like I'm about those numbers now. Yeah, you know what I mean? I mean, it's a lot more work. Don't get me wrong; it's definitely more work, but I'm definitely more. It built more. Yeah, it built my character more.
Right, and then
the second was probably I'd say 2,500 that I took. Nice, and that's a month. That's awesome. It was from actually another content creator. He was awesome. We actually don't work together that much anymore. It's more one-off jobs with him, but we did like usually it's always 3-month contracts if you do monthly. But that was like, when I first got that, dude, I was psyched.
That's awesome.
Fucking hype. Like I remember being like, because that was funny enough, that's what stopped. That's what made me like quit my job essentially.
That's awesome.
It was just like, oh my God, I got this. I can just do whatever now. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's not the most money in the world, but I had other things at the time.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
if you just adjust here and there.
Exactly. So it was just great. It was awesome. The biggest thing that turned me off with that is like 2,500 is a lot of money, but it's also like when you take taxes out of it, you're like, fuck.
Yeah, dude. That's why they say like, so they say like you need to make 30% profit, and then you need to keep back at least 15% on your total jobs, because that's roughly what you have to pay in. Now you can obviously pay in more if you want to take loans and like such like that, like open up a $100K Chase card, or you want to take a $300,000 house loan. Exactly. You need to put in more to be able to buy more, essentially.
And like that's why when I tell people like that's the stories of like, oh, I made a month where I made this much or this much. Yeah. I didn't really make that much. You know what I mean? Like that's not even including my rent.
Yeah, I've had a couple crazy months and stuff like that, and it's awesome, but it's like
I'm going to answer this last question, but then I'm going to ask the same thing to you. But my goal, I know you kind of answered this last time, but I'm going to kind of ask the same thing. But anyways,
you're good.
My goal is to eventually become more of a full-blown media company, because right now I am primarily social media based. Yeah, which is the best type of media. But like that's not my goal. Right. My goal has always been like more cinematography, art based stuff, if you look on my second page, which is just my name, Rickey Howard, there's a lot more art stuff. You know what I mean? It's more like weird stuff. It's stuff that I like. It means more to me.
Makes sense.
It'd be more of like a full blown thing where I'm like, I'm everything, you know, I'm more of everything. I can already do this stuff with websites, social media, but also the more art, short film stuff. Cause that's what got me started to begin with. You know what I mean? That's like ideal long-term stuff where I have like people coming to me and say, hey, I want to produce this movie or like short film or thing like this, but we want you to help produce it. If you not to the extent of A24, because they're just like scary films.
Yeah.
But like just like any type of project like that, media based, I would love to be, you know, core content. I love that to be on the face of it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
But what about for you? What was like what keeps you afloat now? And what would you want to lead to?
I mean, what keeps me afloat now is the fact that I got a mortgage.
Yeah, that's true.
But no, I mean, honestly, it's like just being able to grow and like just see what I've become from. I started with a F-150 and a 5x8 trailer to buying a 7x14 regular trailer. Then I bought a dump trailer and a dump truck, and then I got another dump truck, and then all the tools that come with that, and so on and so forth. And just realizing that like for me, anytime a job comes up that I don't know how to do, I'm always like I want all the smoke. Like I'm like, it's like you're in a fight, right? It's like, give me all the smoke. Like, I don't care. Like I might take a couple punches. We might not get done as fast, but it will get done, and it will eventually be done correctly.
Be the best you can.
It'll be the best that we could possibly be. It'll be up to every code that it needs to be.
Exactly.
Everything will be right, but it might take an extra week. Mm-hmm. But I don't give a shit. Like it's gonna be what it needs to be.
You're confident in your work. And, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know everything. I'm literally about to do a job here very soon that I don't know. I've done part of it, but there's a part to it that I don't know. Mm-hmm. But that's also now why I have friends now, like that Tyler Lepo guy and stuff like that. Which he'll be on this podcast eventually. He's great at hardscaping.
Shout out him.
Yep, Lepo's lawn care and landscape. Lepo's lawn care and landscape.
I've talked to him.
I don't think so.
Anyways, yeah.
So like he did a crazy hardscaping project that he was showing me, and then this other guy, Lamel Burke, he showed me a hardscaping project that he did. He built this whole backyard oasis with all these shrubs and plants and patios, retaining walls and steps and everything. And it's like seeing those guys, and they're all older than me by like 10 years. Yeah. And like seeing those guys being able to produce that, I'm like, you know, there's no reason why I can't do that.
Exactly.
Before,
you know your potential.
Yeah. Before I was like, I don't know. You know, I don't have this. I don't have that. Like, I always doubt myself. But now it's like, if you never take the chance to take on a job like that, you're never going to get the thing you always wanted.
Exactly.
You have to take a chance to get something else.
You have to learn. You know what I mean? You can't be stuck in the same pattern of like doing the same types of jobs. Yep. You got to take weird jobs every once in a while.
You have to become comfortable being uncomfortable. Nah, you have to become uncomfortable being comfortable or something like that, like Steve Harvey.
You do. No, you really do. I mean, in the landscape, literally, that you're in, it's like, it's changing a lot, and like people want more and more and more.
And there's so much to it, right? Like
there is.
And there's
codes you have to stick to as well, and like
there's with landscaping, it's pretty niche, like it's pretty straightforward, but like hardscaping and stuff,
hardscaping's different.
You really got to know grading and drainage and like, you know, when you make cuts on caps or blocks or whatever, and like supporting corners depending on like where the dirt's going to be laying on certain stuff like that. Like, so like all that plays a factor into it. But
of course,
I mean, at the end of the day, like for me, where I want to be, I mean, I would love to have like multiple crews, and like I have my own office, and like I have it's just super straightforward. I mean, like we have systems in place to where people literally just come in and go out. There's none of this like scrambling around getting stuff, but like for the most part it's getting there. Like we have.
Do you still want to be hands-on?
No. I mean, I would love to have the option if I felt like it to go out on a job when it's already getting built. Well, no, I mean, I would still work
every once in a while,
but like I want to be overseeing everything.
Yeah.
And I don't want
to bring it up again, but more to like almost like a Dave as a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, he's so busy. He don't even have time.
I guess that's true.
He don't even have time.
You want to be hands off.
Yeah, I mean, if he's hands on, he's like losing money at this point.
I don't think he's hands on.
No, I'm saying if he is hands on, he's literally losing money. Like he is too important to be hands on at this point.
Exactly. I don't even know. Sorry, I don't want to talk about that. But
no, you're good. But that's basically what I'd like to be. Like, if we have, I don't want to be like, I want to be a bigger business for sure, but I want to be a smart business.
Smart.
I'm not trying to have 50 trucks and only make $2 million.
Exactly.
Like, if I have 50 trucks, I'm trying to make like $40 to $50 million.
Exactly.
Right? Like, they say, like, there was like a ratio. They said, like, at some point, like, each truck should make you like $100,000 or something like that. Like, every truck that you have should bring in $100,000.
That's totally reasonable.
And like, it's like some ratio like that, or it might be more. I'm not sure, but like, that's really what it is. Like, breaking down like how much you absolutely need versus how much you really want, right? So like, I don't buy things unless I absolutely most certainly need it. Like, we needed a laser level.
Honestly, everyone needs that in general. Not even if you're not a business. Listen to that.
We needed we needed a laser level because we've been doing a lot more grading, and before I would make it level, but I just like dig a little bit off the top, throw a 6 foot level on it, dig a little bit off the top, throw a 6 foot level on it, figure it out. And now we have a laser level, so now it's like, okay, here's the grade, boom, they're done. And it's like, you got to take 4 inches off over here, you got to take 2 inches off over here.
Realistically, you only need to buy things to make your job easier.
Yeah, I mean, like, blowing a bunch of money on some bullshit tools that you don't even need, and you're going to use that once, like, it's not worth it.
Dude, I've done that.
I mean, I am so against, I don't know what, like, so I used to get a lot of hand-me-downs when I was a kid.
Yep.
So I am so against renting shit because I look at it like a hand-me-down, and I probably will for my entire life.
It's hard not to.
And
it's like you're borrowing stuff.
Yeah, and I don't like I don't like that. Like, I want to own the thing that I am using.
Exactly.
So like, I love when the stuff is mine because I don't have to worry about, like, if I mess it up, it's on me, or if I want it, it's on me. That's why I got the machine. Yeah. Because having to depend on somebody else to bring it here and depend on somebody else to then take it back.
So many more variables.
Yep. And it's like, I don't want to deal with that.
And there's loophole. There's like so many different hoops you have to get through for that. Even like with a car, like that's like the basic level. But like having to pay car stuff.
Yep.
Like my girlfriend, love my girlfriend, but she bought a car, and I was like, I was like, that's fine. You know what I mean? A lot of people do that. You know, they do a payment, but it's like you're basically just renting it. Yeah. And then when you crash it, or if something bad happens to your car, you're still paying that car off. Yeah. You still have to rent the car until you pay it off.
I think for me, once I get into like around $1 million consistently, is where I'm probably gonna venture into something else. Yeah. You want to branch your brand into something else. Is that what you're saying? Yeah. So like, you can actually, right? So just like everything else has a brand name, I could do the same thing. I could technically use the same mulch and put my business name on it, and now I have my own brand of mulch.
Make your own mulch.
Or whatever.
It's the same thing with like how Jiffy Lube has their own brand of parts. So you go to Jiffy Lube, and they're spending even less money because they're just buying their own parts.
Yep, exactly. So like, I want to expand into other avenues that are, I mean, it's not even just about making money. I love my last name.
It's making things easier too, though.
I think my last name is like the greatest thing
ever. I've never heard it, but it's
Shoop.
Great.
My last name is Shoop.
I say Shoops because
I understand. But I think my last name is like the greatest thing ever.
It is.
And
it's catchy.
I want my name to be everywhere. Yeah. But I want it to be respected, well known. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to just like slap it on everything. No. Like, some foreign strip club or something.
But the things that you do through your brand, you want to be connected through like a central hub almost.
Yeah, I mean, like, anyway,
make it easier for your job site too. You go in.
It's a big circle. It's like an ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
Everything has to do something to something else to make that thing happen.
Yeah, and that's the goal with, I mean, hopefully most business owners.
I don't know. A lot of people, like, they look at like the same thing with ticket jobs, right? They'll quote a job that's like 10 grand, but then they think it's like this massive job, and they're like, oh, this job's like massive, so I'm gonna make all this money. Yeah. And they don't really scope it out, and it's like
how much you're spending on it.
Yeah, like how, like, you're gonna be there for like 3 weeks. Now that 10 grand, you're making like no money. Like, that's like nothing.
That's exactly. No, and that's,
I mean,
I think the biggest thing with most new businesses, and we can even get into this next topic, is like, I mean, what costs you the most? You know what I mean? Like, for most people, it's not evaluating how much money you have to spend on the business.
The biggest thing in a new business is time management.
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
If you do not manage your time, and like, for me, I mean, I still do it now, but for me, if somebody puts in a request for an estimate, I'm gonna try to do it as soon as possible.
Exactly.
Because like today, I did like 7 estimates, and then I wrote up 4 of them, and then I just got another 5 on like the way home.
Oh my God, yeah.
So like, and then like I had to go like pick up 2 down payments for 2 other jobs, and I had to do this and that. So like, really, really delegating your time and then managing it accordingly and writing stuff down.
Yes.
Because like my one buddy, like
documentation.
He's great at what he does. He's fantastic at the work, but his issue is that he does not document stuff. And he'll be on the spot. He's next. He's next. So like, not throwing shade or anything.
No, of course.
To him, he's just something he's a fantastic guy, but that's just something he does. You guys
can talk about that.
Yeah, we'll bring it up. But like, that's just one thing that he does, and he does fantastic work, and he's super knowledgeable and stuff.
Yeah.
But like, and I used to do the same thing too. It's like you just get so caught up in like the now that you forget about the later.
Forget about everything else.
Yeah, and then you just don't know how to delegate your time. And there's only so many hours in a day. Like people are like, oh, there's 24 hours in a day.
It's not that much.
Like there was a motivational speaker that broke it down. He's like, you need 8 hours of sleep. So if you sleep 8 hours a day, you're down to 16 hours in a day.
Mm-hmm.
From that 16 hours, you spend 3 to 4 hours on average person on your phone. So that's 11 hours. You have to eat. You have to shower.
That's not even including cooking the food too.
Right. So that's like 4 hours right there. So now you're down to, what is that? 7.
Yep.
7 hours.
If you're like really.
So then you're down to 7 hours. That's not including all the other dumb shit that you got to do.
Yeah.
So like realistically, you have like 5 hours in your actual day as like a normal like 9 to 5 person starting a new business to really build up your business. And like if you don't delegate your time accordingly, you're gonna blink, and then all that time you could have been building your business, you were too worried about like the here and now and not the later and furthermore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get what you're coming at from that. I think the biggest thing that I've seen with new business owners, and this isn't even just new business owners, this is just business owners in general.
Oh, there's a lot of people that are just, I mean, I know guys that have been in business forever, and they just got yard signs. Like it's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, brand recognition is everything.
But like when I explain it, I don't be like, oh, I was working every day. Like I don't want to sound like like that. I don't want to sound like that. I did.
Oh, I did every day, every single, literally.
I did too, but I just don't want to sound like that's not.
Yeah, but I mean, because but you should be proud of that.
I'm super proud of it.
You should be proud of the fact that you worked for the work that you have now.
All I did was tell them, I was like, it's hard, but like, if you put your mind to it and you're passionate about it, you can do it. Anyone can do it, like those types of things.
And it's as cliche it is, like the work will come if you allow it to come. But you have to just be willing to accept that you're going to have to put in a little bit more work than everybody else.
And like you need to understand that, like, especially in my field, I know your field even too. It's like my field definitely though, it's super saturated with people of my age specifically.
You know how many landscaping businesses there are in a 20-mile radius from my house?
Absolutely.
It's insane.
But I know like social media wise, everyone wants to be, not everyone, but a lot of people my age, like they want to do social media. That's their thing. They want to do it. And like, I wouldn't say as much in York, but in general.
Yeah.
And like they think it's like anyone can do it. You can take out your phone, like you can technically do it. But to the extent to where you're making money from it, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Like my first year was great profit-wise, but only the last 6 months.
Yeah.
The first 6 months, I was doing free jobs.
Yeah.
Like I just needed to get something out there that would show I do good work. You know
I mean, that's how I built my connections.
Exactly.
Now, granted, I mean, I had to make something because like it's all manual labor, but like the thing for me was like, nobody would give me a chance until I proved that I deserve a chance. I didn't have any connections with anyone to do anything. Like even one of my dad's buddies that I said in the last podcast, Steve Simon, I don't even know if he watches these. He's pretty old, so I don't know if he even knows how to use YouTube. Hopefully he watches this.
I'm sure
so he hears it. I want him to.
I hope he does.
He's a good guy. He's a great guy. But no, I mean like that's the biggest thing is like people think like you just because you started a business and you worked a couple days longer than 10 hours, they think they think that they deserve the world. And I'm like, dude, I have like every single day, like weeks, months, years. Like
I mean, that first year,
like the first
it's the most important part of your whole business, in my opinion. And because it can make or break you, is what I'm saying. You know, like,
oh my goodness, it
shows you who you really. I don't want to say who you really are. That's really cheese. But like,
I mean, it does.
It does. You know, if you're not determined,
it's like you gonna be a bitch, or you gonna lie.
Are you gonna stand up and like, you know, if you really want something, you'll go get it.
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, and it's cliche and it's cheesy,
but it is true. It's very true.
But it is like, I mean, that's like people that just wake up and go to work like, what was it? Like, I use a lot of Eric Thomas references.
You do.
But there was one that he said, it was awesome. He's like, you know, like, you got a family to provide for and your wife's giving labor. Like, are you going to expect her just to give up in labor? Like, no. You want to give up on your job when you go to work? No, you're going to get your ass up and go to work because you expect her to deliver that child. So, like, if she can't give up, like, why can you give up? And it's like,
it's the same concept.
It's the same concept. Like,
you got to keep doing it. If you want it done, you got to get it done.
Yep, you got it.
No one's going to do it for you. And I think the biggest thing with like most, I don't know, like people they think going viral means you're doing something.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I had a video. I flipped the light switch. I got 1 million.
I saw it actually. I do some of the social media stuff for you, but like, yeah, it's like one of those things where it's like going viral doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like, okay, the video went viral, but tell me 3 things about that person. I have no idea.
It's consistency and it's knowing when you want a video to be bigger.
Yep.
You know, like my biggest videos, thankfully, and because I study this stuff, are my best videos. It's my best ads. Like 50K, 100K view videos are because I put so much time and effort into them. Yeah. And I like really studied, okay, when should I post this? Yeah. I did studied ads, you know what I mean? I just did stuff like that. And like, you can't just post and hope for things to blow up. And that's just in any market, but like specifically advertising, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like the thing is too, like media is like your greatest friend, but it can also be your worst enemy.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Right. So like if you post work, and granted, like to the naked eye, as you'd say to a customer, I've seen guys post like mulching jobs, and you have people on there and that are in groups and stuff, like regular normal people, and they're like, oh my God, like this is amazing, this is fantastic. I'm like, dude, he didn't even like edge it. And I'm like, there's grass in the mulch bed and you're gonna have weeds in your mulch bed.
Trust me, I can do better than that any day.
And I mean, yeah, like you could see it, like you see, I mean, just like I'm sure, like now yours isn't physical,
no, but it's like, the same concept.
When I drive around and I see jobs, I'm like, yeah, not even like I can do better, but I'm just disappointed that somebody really paid for that.
It's just, I think the biggest thing for me is like, I'll see people, and this is no shade to anyone at all.
Oh, but I mean,
people that do ads themselves, and don't get me wrong, they're sometimes good. Don't get me wrong, they're sometimes great, they're good. Some people can do that themselves.
They're not.
But 90% of the time, as a business owner, if you're a business owner that is really confident and good at what they do, you cannot run your own ads.
Yeah.
Because you're doing your own business.
You have too much.
You know, you have too much on your plate, and
people try to micromanage every little thing, and you need to, and this took me forever.
Yes.
Forever. You need to realize that there's somebody better than you in something else.
And that's okay.
I don't know shit about media.
Yeah, that's okay.
why I have this guy.
I don't know anything, like legitimately anything about hardscaping or landscaping.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing. Like you could ask me a basic question, I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, there's niches that your business can't handle.
Yep.
And that's the thing. If your business handles every niche, it's not doing the right thing.
Right. You're not a business. You become a handyman.
Yeah, exactly. You become an all.
Don't be a handyman. Don't be a jack of all trades. That's trash.
You just can't do that. And so when people come, or like I've come to people, like say I'll do cold calling or something. When I used to do it, I'll call them and I'll be like, hey, like I saw you had your social media presence was a little bit low, and they're like, well, we have one of our workers that works in the back do it, and they edit the videos.
Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. Like and I mean, to a certain point, like when you first start out and you're doing that, that's great.
That's fine.
Like hustle, post your videos, post your content, make sure it's.
I'm not throwing shade at people. If they're cool with where they're at, that's fine.
Oh yeah, I mean,
but if you're trying to progress past a certain standard,
if you want to excel, you have to be able to create job titles for other people rather than you wearing every single hat in your business.
Exactly, and you gotta put labels on things, and you gotta press your business onto people more. Like no one's gonna know who you are. Well, people will know who you are from like a sign, but 90% of the time they're not gonna contact you. If they're on social media and they see your ad, they're probably gonna contact you. Think about every popular ad in the last 10, 15 years, they're all on social media.
There's a guy.
They're not on the TV.
They're called, they're called the Detail Guys. They do hardscaping in, I think, Maryland.
Yeah.
And their one post, they share the same post every year, and it flips through the same pictures. And they have like 50,000 reactions and like a couple thousand comments from this one ad that they post every year. And I've seen it like for the past 3 years. And clearly it's worked. I've talked to the guy on the phone.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Yeah, and clearly it works.
Okay, so what?
They do get customers.
But is it from the video?
Yeah, the comments are insane. Okay, like it says contact me, and then they have automated messages.
That's good.
It'll automatically contact them.
Yeah. I would say like that's a good example of sometimes it works, but sometimes when you're posting the same video over and over again, it's not blowing up. There's probably something wrong with the video.
Yeah.
See what I mean? Like, but sometimes you do hit that one video that's like, wow.
Yeah.
The first video that ever blew up that I did, I recorded it in my backyard. Like just in my backyard with like a forest in the background.
Oh, I saw that.
And it was just so random that's the first one that blew up. It got like almost 50K views.
Yeah.
But it was so like nothing. Like I literally wrote up the script right before I recorded it. Had no idea what I was doing. Edited it in 20 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Blew up. And like, there's an algorithm to it though. There is an algorithm to it. You know, that video was very TikTokified. You know what I mean? There's a style that like people like that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you got to follow. And like every niche has a different social media presence too, you know? Like yours is very different than mine. Absolutely different than mine. I'm marketing.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? You're marketing, landscaping, hardscaping.
Yeah, I'm marketing myself.
Exactly. And well, that's another thing too, is like that's a whole other, I could talk about that forever.
Yeah.
Your social media is your personality as a brand.
Yeah. And I mean, like,
that's why podcasting is really great.
Yeah.
You can tell so much about a person from a podcast.
Oh yeah, that and then just
you act like you feel like you know them.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean that's partially why we're doing the podcast.
Exactly. Like you get it.
And I mean present to lead off of that, presentation is everything. I mean, like when obviously we look like bums right now, but when you go to a person's house or you go to a customer's house, you know, you want to hold yourself to higher standards. Like you want to be, you know, you want to dress somewhat nice or be clean cut or whatever it is. Like don't be, you know, obviously like no shade. You don't want to be super out of shape or anything like that. Like you need to
look your best.
Like look your Sunday best. Like you're going to church. Not obviously if you're coming from another job that I understand.
Yeah.
But if you can help it, you need to try to look a little bit better. And like that's also what sells jobs for me too, is because like I'm polite, I'm respectful.
Of course.
I treat them like I'm in their house, right? So like I'm respecting, this is their property.
It's your property.
I'm not like
I'm just helping it out.
Yeah, I'm just trying to improve your property. You're the boss. Like I'm trying to do my thing. I'm gonna tell you if we can do it or if it actually makes sense. I'm not gonna let you just do anything to make it like I'm not just here to sell a job. Like I tell people all the time,
you're doing something.
If it doesn't make sense or it's not feasible to do and it's gonna fail, I'll be like, listen, I'm not gonna do that. You can either do this or that, or like just don't even do it. Because I literally talked to a lady today. I quoted a hardscaping job and she had this like little wooden border and it was like bowing out, and I was like, honestly, like you need to remove this, take away this step, you need to put in like they have like small retaining wall blocks.
Oh, okay.
And then you need to put caps on that, and then we can do the patio inside that and then level it off with the caps.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, you know, you can do that, but like you really just don't want to, like you don't want to just take out the wood and then just put the blocks in, like the paper patios in between that. I was like, eventually it's going to fail if it blows out the side or something. Yeah. And I was like, you know, it's going to be a lot more expensive, but like
it's safety too.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't, well, because if it fails, then guess whose fault it is?
Yours.
Mine. And guess who has to fix it?
You.
Me.
For free.
Like, yeah, for free. And it's going to cost more to do it again than it is when I did the first time.
Yep.
So like, you know, you got to look at that too. There's some people out there, they'll try to sell every job to every person anywhere, anytime. And it's like, I'm not trying to get every single job, because if you get every single job, one, you're too cheap.
Oh yeah.
Or two, like, I mean,
dude, I've had people ask me for crazy stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah, all the time. And I mean,
I don't think yours would be as crazy as mine.
Oh, go ahead.
I've had people ask me like for like OnlyFans videos and like porn videos. And I'm like, what makes you think that I do that though?
Yeah, I don't
know what I mean? Like, yeah. Look at my whole page. Like, I have not done anything even similar to that.
Yeah, I had a customer last year.
Yeah, I want to know your craziest job you've had.
So it wasn't a job because I didn't take it.
Yeah, well, me either. But, I want to clarify that I didn't do those jobs.
But this guy, he wanted me to go to his house he wanted me to. He had a golf cart, right? This other side of the house, this one house that he wanted to restore was trash. Yeah. It was a piece of shit. He was staying in this trailer along across the street, but it was like all his driveway essentially. Mm-hmm. And that was all to trash. And he'd be like, pick me up in a golf cart. He's like, hey, we're going to go around my property. I want to look at all the tree damage and we're going to assess it. And then as we got done, he's like, I want you to write up a quote, like give me a proposal. I want to propose it to the insurance company. He wanted to take said money, not have me do the work, and then do the work himself. And then he wanted to pocket the money.
I'm confused.
And then
I'm so confused.
So that's basically
you quote it. He does the job himself.
Yeah. So
what's the point of you quoting it?
Because I am a legitimate business. Yeah. So then he would give that to the insurance company, and the insurance company would pay that out. And then because he can't do that himself, because he doesn't have a license or anything to that extent. So like he wanted me to write up a quote, say like 60, 80 grand, because it was like a lot of work. Like we would be there we'd be there forever. Like it was insane. Months. Yeah, because he had insurance damage on his property for storm damage.
Oh wow.
So there was a storm that went through, and it's been like a buildup of like multiple storms.
When was this?
This was last year, towards the end of last year.
Okay.
And I went over there and I was like, awesome. Like the way he described it to me, he's like, I got a bunch of trees down. He's like, I want to get them removed. I was like, sweet. And then he's like, then he said he'll pay me to write up the quote, like based off of whatever I write up, and he'll just like cut some money off the top and like give it to me. I was like, yeah, I'm not doing that.
Do you know what happened with that job?
No, I don't care.
I know you don't care, but like that, I'm interested in what happened.
I'm sure. I mean, somebody else around here may have went over there.
Yeah.
And
if someone will take something.
I mean, yeah, but if they pocket that money and then he comes back and then he complains about the work not being done, that is like just asking, like that's bad news bears. Yeah. Just asking for it. God. I mean, I don't know. That's probably one of the worst ones I had. That was like the weirdest one I had. And then like I don't know. Most of the jobs I've ever had, like they don't go that bad. I've had some, like shitty customers where they just aren't reasonable and they just think things are the way they are and it just doesn't make sense.
I know what you mean.
Or like I'll give a quote, we'll do what we're instructed to do, exactly what the quote says, and then they signed the quote because that's how the only way that I'm going to approve the quote. And they paid the deposit. So that means by you paying the deposit, that means that you have read exactly what I had put in the quote to the T. If you didn't read it, that's your fault. Like some people are like, I didn't see that. Like, well, I thought you did because you approved it. Yeah. We are now in a contract. So at this point, you are obligated to this
That's
work.
the whole point of a quote, so that I make sure I'm doing the right thing.
Yep. And then at that point, it was a back and forth thing. And then it was like, they didn't want to do this. And they didn't want to do that. And then eventually like came to terms and like, we did this and then they did that. But honestly, like I am pretty good at just
not accepting bad jobs.
Yeah. To this point, I mean, now there was one last year. We had a lady that even Future Solutions dealt with. Ooh. And she gave me a problem and then she gave them a problem. They didn't take any work. We took a job from her and that was bad news bears also.
I bet.
But
some people just don't know what the hell they're talking about.
For the most part, like I really don't get that many bad customers.
Yeah.
The majority of the people that I work for are great and they're super nice. I had the one guy, we did a retaining wall right in Stewartstown. Every day, this guy brought us out monsters.
That's so fire.
He probably gave us like $50 in monsters.
Are you serious?
Every day he gave me a monster. He's like, yo, you guys want a monster? I was like, you guys want a monster? I was like, I guess.
I guess so.
I was like, dude, my teeth are like falling out. I was like, I'll drink it, I guess. He's offering.
And I'll get the job done.
Yeah, we got it done. I mean, it's like, but no, I've slowed down on doing all that stuff, like drinking energy.
You should, especially Monster.
I mean, all I drink is sugar-free stuff. This is like the first one besides I every time I talk about it, I always drink more than when I don't talk about it.
Maybe we should talk about it.
Well, yeah. But I had this one and then I had one not too long ago. But besides that was it. Like I literally just chug water like a freaking...
Yeah, fun. I actually completely stopped caffeine.
That's crazy.
Completely stopped it. Like it just doesn't do anything positive for me anymore. Yeah, I don't think I've ever had a bad job. Like I've had like people...
You've had bad experiences, but like Nothing that was like detrimental to your business.
Never that. Like, even with people, like, I'm very cordial. I'm a very cordial guy. Like, I'm never going to be mean to someone. I'll be, like, very straight up with you. Don't get me wrong. But I've never had a bad job where, like, I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that.
I've had a couple, but...
In the beginning, like, I don't count those, though. Really,
I mean, like, in my industry especially, even when you explain something, sometimes they still don't get it.
Oh yeah,
because like they think they get it, but they don't. And like,
oh my God,
especially when it's super complex.
Yeah.
To the extent of like doing a hardscaping job or something like that. Now there's other people that are just like, sure, go for it. Like, hey, you're the expert, get it done.
I love those jobs.
And like
that's my favorite ones.
Literally the one next week. Like that's what it's gonna be.
I love those jobs. Those are my favorite jobs. I mean, with the social media stuff, when I work with older people, they don't even understand it.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, how does this work? And I'm like, dude, just trust me.
Yeah.
I mean, like, trust me. Anyways, yeah.
So with
we'll wrap it up
extent of what we were talking about, what is, like, obviously I know you're passionate about it and stuff like that, but like what is your why, like, to doing it in the first place?
Oh man. I mean, if we're talking just the social media marketing, I think with originally what started the social media marketing stuff is like, I love where I'm from. And I think a lot of businesses in New York specifically, they're like so median level bigness, like social media wise, like they don't have enough presence, but they're such good businesses. Like everyone knows who they are, but nobody knows what they do a lot of the time, you know?
Right.
And so like, I remember the first people I worked with were just local New York people. Like I worked with this bow tie company.
Yeah.
Like
did you shoot with somebody famous?
Yeah, I did.
Who was that?
I did. Lil Skies.
Yeah.
I shot with Lil Skies once. That was when I was in the music video stuff, but that was cool. That was so cool. I mean, he's huge even now, but it's just like, that was such a weird thing for me because it came out of absolutely nowhere. It happened so quickly. Like, it literally, I learned that I was doing it 2 days before it happened.
That's awesome.
And then it happened, and I don't even like remember a lot.
It was like, you were like a little kid in a candy shop.
Yeah.
Just like, holy cow, like, this is somebody famous.
I mean, like, I don't listen to him that much anymore, but when I did a lot, like, it was crazy. Like, I'm working with him on something.
Cool. Yeah,
like, that was just weird. But honestly, like, I'm trying to think off of that just one sec. I'm trying to think who the craziest person I've worked with was. I mean, if we're talking the person I've been most excited to work about, Little Skies, but if we're talking about the person I've learned the most from, it's probably Dave.
Yeah.
I know I've brought him up 4 different times.
500.
But working with, I mean, seriously though, like, he really did teach me so much.
He's
especially because I saw him start his business. Like, he started it with my stepdad. He started Future Losers with my stepdad.
Yeah.
So it's like, the fact that, like, I was there for some of that really did teach me a lot, even though I was only like 16 at the time.
Yeah.
Like, it was monumental to me to meet Dave.
Mind-boggling.
And like, to see where he's at now from when I first worked with him, it's literally crazy. Like, I remember him like walking to door by himself doing that stuff, and now he sits in his throne. Yeah. Like, it's crazy. But anyways, yeah, I love working with local businesses. That's my biggest thing. Like, you're local, but not like, you're a little bit out of my range usually, but like, it's still local to me.
Yeah,
you know
I mean, it's still York County.
It's still York County is what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, I love working with people that like know the people that I know. It's like, it's so cool.
It's like your own little town.
Yeah, that's what got me into it. But don't get me wrong, that's definitely not what continues me to do it. I do it because I just love video work. I love going home and editing it. Like, I'm never like, oh damn, I gotta edit a video. Like, I'm never really like that.
Yeah.
Like, even with like the podcast, it takes me a while because it's like an hour long. But like, it's fun. It's editing. It's video. Why would I be upset about doing the stuff I love?
Right. I mean, yeah, that makes sense.
You know what I mean? I know you can kind of can relate to that. Like,
yeah, I mean, writing up
that's the worst.
Estimates.
That's like,
is definitely not fun,
dude. Yeah.
But so one thing I do is I'm really good at like evaluating what I previously priced something to where I know exactly like what to price something out. Like, I can literally just walk around somebody's house and be like, I need 5 tons of stone, or I need 12 yards of mulch, right? So everything is priced out differently, and it's measured.
That's a great skill.
Because there's like, so for mulch, it's 27 cubic feet is 1 yard. So if you had squares, so it'd be 9 across and then 3 like this, or vice versa. Whatever equals 27 cubic feet, however you want to look at it. That will get you 27 cubic feet, 1 yard at 3 inches thick. So that's like a good ratio to look at.
Would not know that.
That's a whole nother thing because we got to wrap this up.
Yeah,
so.
but yeah, man, it was great being on here. I mean, like, I watched the first one, and obviously I've known you for a little bit now.
Yeah.
But it's still crazy to be on here and, like, you know, talk to you about it. I mean,
especially since you are the second candidate. So,
yeah.
I mean, I'm excited to just from the people that are on now to the people that are coming in the future.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I mean, stay tuned for everything. It's going to be pretty much bi-weekly.
Yeah, and I hope that, you know, people are honestly taking something from it.
I mean, there's so much.
You know me or, you know him, like, just, you know, really pay attention to the podcast because I feel like a lot of the information that we're sharing, besides the laughs and the jokes and stuff, like, I think
it's important.
It can really save you from making a lot of big mistakes.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot to learn from not just, you know, me, but definitely him. I mean, he knows what he's talking about. If you really need anything in the ballpark of what he does, definitely go to him. I mean, he's great. He's great at what he does.
Yep.
Did you hear what he was just talking about? I have no idea what the fuck he was saying at the time. But, like, I know he knows what he's talking about. You know what I mean? So if you need any of that stuff done, you need to go to Shoop. You know?
And the same thing with Rickey here. I mean, he shot with Little Skies, and he's done a multitude of things with other businesses, doing shoots for schools and stuff like that. So so I appreciate everybody who is going to tune in or continues to tune in for episode 2, and we have episode 3 this coming weekend. Mm-hmm. So thanks again, guys.
Yep. And if you guys want to contact me at all, my handles are Core Content or Rickey Howard.
And mine, Tyler Shoop, owner of Shoop Services LLC. You can go to shoopservices.com. Landscaping, hardscaping. We're one of the top businesses, York County, PA, Hanover, PA. We have over 120 reviews, 125-star reviews. We're a multiple award-winning business. We've done a lot for the community and continue to do a lot for the people in this area. So
absolutely.
That's it.
See you guys.